guys, this is Pedram Raufi and you're watching the markets review of the day. We are going to start from the stock market news and we're going to check the indexes, the famous indexes, the most main uh, assets of the stock market of United States. And then we are going to continue by the Forex market review of different type of Forex pairs. And we're going to finish today's program by the checking of the prices of cryptocurrency most famous assets like Bitcoin and Ethereum. So be with us till the end of the program. As you know, the news background is kind of getting more pro-pandemic than more pro-war. As you know, war is continuing. The situation on the stock market of the United States, it still be unchanged. So everything that we could actually maybe any impact that we could about which we could talk for today, they would come from the economic calendar, which now we're going to check it. So for today by GMT, I believe. Yes. Oh, let me change the time to GMT. The economic calendar releases have short-term impact on the prices of different type of currencies about which the release is. So we have at 12:30 by GMT at the day the PPI index, which is going to fall, and that's really good news for dollar. As you know, this would happen during the European session, and the dollar prices, unfortunately, are falling for now. From the start of this week's, this week's session, first American session of this week, dollars start to falling, but this falling is correctional. So I believe and just take into mind that this correctional movement of dollar could really end in the near future. So stock market indexes strengthening, which we now observing, is something that actually could finish in the near future. So we have a S&P 500, and due to 4 hours chart, as you see, situation here is not really good. But in this kind of situations, you just need to know that the main thing that you are going to have is a bearish speculation. So you are going to have some downward price speculation, after which prices are going to again start to rise. And any kind of price strengthening in the near future from the support of 4,200, 4,160, this could be a false strengthening or a false movement, which could finish in some sessions or within some hours. So you just need to know that maybe you could start the sells around 4,250 or 4,300. This could get retested as well. So after the retest of these levels, we could actually start to sell again, because for now this downward impulse is really dangerous. I think that prices are going to make some upward movements, and then they're going to continue the downward movement. So here is a mirror level, 4,300 and 4,250. They need to get retested, and then prices are going to start and to continue the downward phase. And it could be the same situation with Dow Jones as well. So we just start to actually check the other assets. I've got some problem with internet here. We're going to check the other prices, other assets prices like oil prices, gold prices, silver, and the forex pairs, the main forex pairs which we have, and of course Bitcoin and Ethereum, as you see, are the last part of this program. So let's see what's going on with the euro prices and pound to United States dollar. So here is a chart of euro to United States dollar uploading now. Getting ready so we could start the analysis. As you know, the interest rate of Europe and the interest rate of the Great Britain Bank is not going to change, but Great Britain Bank is going to, maybe it's going to hike the interest rate or tighten the monetary policy in the near future. So you just need to take into mind that euro would be under midterm pressure despite this upward movements which we have in a short scale time frame. So if we go through the 4-hour chart, it would be more visible that prices of euro is under a really high pressure, prices of euro to dollar, because dollar interest rate hiking, Federal Reserve System interest rate hiking, or the monetary policy tightening of the Central Bank of the United States is something that's going to happen, and it actually happened during the March, and it's going to actually get repeated in the near future as well. So you just need to know that euro is going to be weak, is going to continue the downward movement. So for now, for today, just due to some correctional downward impulses of United States dollar, which could happen, we just need to know that for now, maybe the local resistance of 1.1050, 1.11 would be the range after the retest of which you could continue to start the short positions again. So maybe for now you just need to wait for the retest of 1.1050, 1.11, and then get into the bearish market, because the bearish market here and for now is a main market, is a main trend. So we won't get trapped into some correctional illusions because of the correctional movements of the price. And for pound as well, I can say that prices now are kind of really impulsively trying to hiking from the support, the main support which we have, and they could just retest this mirror level. This mirror level is 1.31, and 1.31, 1.3050 is a range after the retest of which you could say the prices are going upward or downward. So if we are going to have a strengthening of a price above 1.31, we could say that prices are going to hike further. But if they get stuck under 1.3050, we cannot say something like that. So just wait for today's 4 hours candles to maybe close under this range, or just to lose the amplitude around this range. So you would start to get into the positions, to get into this short position, which is a main trend, within some sessions, maybe within some hours. And let's see what's going on with the crude oil prices. The oil prices have been really speculatively raised during previous month, around the situation which we had about Ukraine. And the falling of the price which we now observe is straightly related to some policy of European countries and of course the OPEC Arabic members of the OPEC, which are going to supply the high amount of oil and gas to Eastern Europe. So there won't be a really high deficit of supply. There won't be a really high demand on the oil. So this is one factor. And of course, the United States as well already have started to rise their production of oil. And can we say that that's a really speculative and impulsive and short-term downward movement? Yes, we can say. So can we believe that prices are going to fall further? No, unfortunately. If you remember previous programs, we told you about oil that it's going to retest 120, maximum 140, which is not retested, and then prices are going to reverse. It was actually, we spoke about this situation. We told you about this situation that prices are going to retest 120, and after the retest of 120, we're going to have some reversal movement. But this kind of reversal is just big buyers reversal. It's just a market makers reversal, which is a correctional movement. So they could just get into the market with the better prices and start to pump it again. So don't forget the situation around Ukraine is have not solved, and it's not even near to get solved. So don't forget $80 and $90 are the next range which are going to retest. But for midterm traders, what can I say? Let's say 90 to 88 is the best range you could actually choose for your risks. So after the retest of this range, price could get really volatile. Price could really start to get a wider volatility, and expansion of volatility could happen. In some way, even we could get some consolidational movement, which is in the corridor, and all these movements would tell you that prices could make some speculation and then get returned to the main phase. So here we're going to have some speculation even despite this previous impulse, because as you know, when impulsive movement is continuing, we just kind of waiting for a stop of this movement. So maybe during next sessions you can buy oil, but that won't be a really good idea because it would be volatile movement. It would be a very volatile movement. I mean, it would be a really shrink volatile movement during which you can just fulfill, you can just realize the intraday tradings or tradings that's just during the day, during some hours. So if you want to buy it, return to 1 hour chart, return to 15-minute chart, and then within some sessions at the start of American session, for example, or at the end of American session, the situation would be maybe more profitable to buy it again. But that would be a really short time thing. So I think that oil is going to speculate more, is going to break through even 88, even 80, and just maybe not 80, but 88, 85 is going to break through and just make some high volatile thing, a high volatile movement, and then it's going to return to the main phase. Next comes the gas prices. Natural gas prices, as you see as well, it's going to fall further, but the movement of the prices due to the chart is not that highly volatile. So can we say that gas has the potential for downward movement here? Yes, we can say. Can we say that gas is showing us a better picture of this potential? Yes, it is. It's showing us the better picture of this potential. So $4.40, $4.20 is a range after the retest of which we have to decide what we're going to do. For now, prices are going to fall. For now, prices are going to retest $4.50, $4.40. But after the retest of this local support, they are going to have some speculative impulsive movement before we get into the main upward phase. So here as well, we have to pay attention. Maybe for now, maybe for today, you can actually continue the downward movement, but you need to just get ready when prices are going to start to get into the main trend. And before they get into the main phase, the main upward trend, they're going to make some speculation and retest $4.40 or $4.20. So this range, 440, 420, is going to get retested. And if prices are going to retest it really highly impulsive, movement, if we are getting to get such a movement around this range, this would mean the prices are going to reverse as fast as they can. But if we get some pressure, if we get a volatility shrinking here, this won't be a really good sign for bears, for bulls, for buyers. So just pay attention. And Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar as well, they are rising, and not only because of the um, dollar price falling, but I think that they're rising not that much. Yeah, they're rising not that much successfully, because their prices as well rise when oil prices are rising. So if you look at the dollar index chart, 4 hours dollars index chart, and look at the 4 hours Australian dollars chart or New Zealand dollars chart, you'll understand that both of them are falling, and that's a really funny situation, because when United States dollar is falling, Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar, they have to rise. But the main reason is that the straight correlation which Australian and New Zealand dollar got is with oil prices. So oil prices now is falling, and New Zealand dollar and Australian dollars are falling as well. But just look at the trend which we have. This movement, this downward movement, is a correctional movement. Prices are going to get, I mean, market makers are going to get into market again. They're going to start buy positions, long positions again. So just for Australian dollar, if I say that the main support is 0.7150, you would know that 0.7150, if you're in the near future, you are getting near to this level, it means that we are going to have some speculative impulsive movements. But any kind of strengthening above this level, above 0.7150, this would be a really good news. And for New Zealand dollar as well, this here we should be a local minimum. 0.767, I'm sorry, 0.67, 0.6750, which is actually retested, but 0.67 is a level near which you just need to get ready for speculative bearish impulses. And that's a really good and profitable situation for short-term traders, for intraday scalpers or something like that. But for mid-term traders, you just need to know that getting near to 0.76, 67, it could, and especially its impulsive retest could cause the next upward, the start of next upward movement. So next, let's see what is going on with the prices of gold and silver, which are the commodity prices. And as you know, commodity prices for previous time had a really opposite correlation with dollar prices because of the interest rate hiking and the market's predictions about the interest rate, about the Federal Reserve System interest rate hiking. So due to the 4-hour chart of gold and due to the 4-hour chart of silver, situation here as well is correctional. As you know, the new days correlation between gold with the situation which we have is kind of straight as well. So before the war started in Ukraine, the main correlation of gold, this opposite correlation of gold, was really more related and more connected to United States dollar because of the interest rate hiking predictions. But now the gold prices and silver as well, they're kind of showing that they are the risk assets, they are defense assets. It means that when something is wrong with the stock market, when some crisis is going on or is progressing through the world, the prices of gold and silver is going to rise. But previously, we had some de-escalation of the situation, which made the S&P 500, Dow Jones, and Nasdaq rise a little bit. which made oil prices to fall, and we could say that this falling as well is kind of related to the situation which we have now, but that's correctional falling as well. So in the near future, around 1,900 for gold and for silver around $24, we are going to have some reversal movement. So wait for the continuation of this downward movement, but after this, the finishing, when this downward movement finishes, the prices are going to return to the main phase, to the main upward phase. And let's just check the prices of Bitcoin and Ethereum so you guys won't get tired for today. News background for Bitcoin for now and for this year mainly won't be really good. We told you about this about a month ago, that news background for Bitcoin and for cryptocurrency market won't really be the best during this year, and the only altcoins which are going to rise is the stable coins. So Bitcoin and Ethereum are going to fall further due to the 4-hour chart. As you see, nothing actually changed. Prices tried to kind of rise further, but that's not going to happen. Such a really highly accumulation of the energy of the prices now we're actually observing now. But here is a mirror level of 42,000, 43,000 before the strengthening of the prices above which we cannot say that prices are going to rise further. So for the 43,000, 42,000 are the levels after the retest of which we could say where prices are really going to go, and they're the main resistance of the prices. So if you're going to start some upward, some long positions, you have to pay attention to just get retest the local support, and then intraday, due to the 1-hour chart or 15-minute chart, start some transactions, some long transactions. But for midterm, I think that we're just waiting for a retest of local resistance, then we could actually reverse and go deeper. For Ethereum, situation have to be as the same. Actually, Ethereum is showing us the situation better. So here we have accumulation of the energy. The main thing that we are going to have during next sessions is some upward movement, but it could be just speculation. So 2,800 is a level that could retest in the near future, but you have to know that in the midterm, during some days, during some week, prices are going to continue the downward movement. For now, the speculation could be upward. Within some sessions, you would see. You would actually get ready to start the buyings, maybe even now. But within some days, within some 3 or 2 days, prices are going to reverse from 3,000 to 2,800. So just for you to know. Thank you guys that you watched this video. Don't forget we have different type of instruments and services on our official website, so you can just go there and check all of them. Different type of packages for traders, for professional traders, and for the beginners as well. Different type of instruments for learning and the instruments for trading on our Gerchik Co terminal. So till next time, have good tradings, and don't forget to subscribe on our channel and ring the bell so you won't miss any kind of our programs. Till next time, guys, have a good time. Bye bye.